Hey, hello, hello. How are you? How are you, my friends? How are you? How are you today? Hello, Patrick, Eileen, Sina. How are you? How was your morning? How was your trading day? Hello, Randall. Hello, Anne. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. We have we have a few people here. Hello, Sven. How you doing? All right, let's give it a minute. We are just 14 people. What's going on today? Today is a good day to be here. Today is a good day to be here because I want to show you a lot of things. Hello, Diane. Hello, Sina. Fine day. Good, good, good. Your best trading day? Amazing, my friend. Amazing. Tell me more. Tell me more. What you did, what you accomplished. Tell me everything. No trades for Patrick. It was so choppy, no trade. All right, all right. Okay. It's just 18 people. Palantir. Luke. Hey, Luke, what's up? I don't know why we are only, oh well, 23 people. I don't know. Do you think they are waiting for me to type going live now? Because I forgot. But I sent a previous message, right? Like 30 minutes ago. Um, Dian winners on Tesla calls, Palantir puts, Amazon puts. Good, good. They're spending the money. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's for them on the mall? Hit the like button, please. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. All right, guys. So let's get started. Today, for a change, we're gonna talk for about the indices first, and then about the tech names later or second, right? So just as Patrick said, it was kind of choppy this morning. You cannot trust. Let me show you here. All right, so this is the 15-minute chart. I want to show you something here, and it's this range here, right? Like, I didn't want to trade inside of this range here. Actually, I mean, after yesterday's price action, awful price action, awful price action. I mean, it was super hard trying to do something here because you had a few fakes to the downside and then some bounces here, and right when you were like, okay, well, let's take some longs here, it was just going back again. So yesterday was awful price action, but today I was certain that I just wanted to trade out of this range, right? So out of this range, for me it was super clear, the range. This is SPY, this is QQQ. All right, this is QQQ, but pretty much the same thing, right? Like maybe this one should be, oh, it's right there, right? It's right there. So out of this range, I just wanted to go out of this range after yesterday's price action. Awful, right? So today price open right at the edge of my range. It tried to go up, but then it started failing. So my first look at this, and this is gonna resonate with you. So probably Luke is the one that is actually just watching the indices just as I do. So look at this. So I know this is not the head and shoulders or the usual head and shoulders, but look how this is failing to create new highs. Drop, failing to create new highs again. So for me, this was the first entry to the downside. This retest on pre-market high. I know, I mean, it sounds crazy, like how are you gonna short from pre-market high? But forget about the tags, forget about the names, and just look to the price action. Look how it tried to break the previous day high, then it failed to create new highs, drops and fails again to create new highs. And look at this. This is just dropping out of our key level. So this is the pre-market high, and this 643.43, that's a key level on the 15-minute chart. So it's not that crazy, right? I mean, can you see how it's failing to go higher? And this doesn't mean that it wants to go lower, but it's certainly saying, okay, well, I'm not creating new highs right now. So you can be looking at this as your demand. Let's say this is your demand, your 1 minute opening range low. So once you fail this demand, I was looking for exactly this, the break and retest of this demand, and it was the 1 minute opening range. So that was the first like clean entry out of, like price action, break and retest, key levels. And what do you think, guys? What do you think? Um, Look, one rule I personally set for myself is I won't trade the indices until at least after first 30 minutes. That's a good rule. That's a good rule, right? Especially now, I mean that we are kind of stuck into this range. Hello, Chan. It's a good rule. It's a good rule. So, all right. So the first clean entry, I mean, the first entry that I watched here was kind of this one here. I mean, at least to the downside, right? At least to the downside. But if you were watching for longs, I like this. I like this. I mean, this reclaim of this 1 minute opening range low, a little flag here, a little flag here, and then new high of the day went all the way to previous day high. I like this. Actually, I like this because this candle is saying like, okay, well, there's people here, there's buyers here, there are buyers here. So watch out with this key level here. That's why it was important for me. I mean, that's why I'm not drawing a short position right here, because I was concerned about this level. I was concerned about this level. We needed to break this level here, this flag here, to actually trust a downside move, right? So that's my main reason that why I'm not drawing that's why I'm not drawing a short position here. But certainly you can try something up here, right? So again, I was looking for the break of this demand, the break of this area here with a lot of buyers defending this point. So this break and retest of this 1 minute opening range low was kind of very obvious for me. The first target was the previous day low, and it was a 122.7. But look at this. I mean, if you were aiming to the 5 minute opening range low, it was a 123.7. And if you were aiming to, like round numbers or something like that, 641.50. I think, in my opinion, 641.50 was feeling kind of deep. But look at this. I mean, we actually got it and way more. All right. So this was the first trade that I was watching on SPY. And the second was super obvious, right? This break, this placement retest previous day low. And look how clean this move, right? So this trade is right here just to 641. But as we are saying, it actually dropped way more. But I mean, if you were just looking for a quick scalp or some quick trade and you are not looking to be in front of your screen for the whole day, I mean, this was an amazing trade. 1 to 4.6 risk reward ratio trade. And that was everything that I watched on SPY. I mean, as you can see here, even if you kept drawing like the lows. I mean, you had another retest of this previous low, keep dropping, and then you had another kind of retest of this. Look at this. So retest of this low of the day and more drop. So you actually had a lot of opportunities for SPY, right? I mean, once the trend it's started on the indices, it's kind of hard to stop it. And something you know what? I mean, I have been asked several times these past few days, and hey Neto, what about? I mean, what do you think if it's coming to a support key level, or if it's coming to a demand area? Well, in my opinion, when you have a trend like this, in my opinion, the trends are way more important or way more powerful or heavier than a support resistance key level or just a supply demand zone. But that's just my opinion. I mean, don't take it as a fact. You look at your names, look at the tickers you like, and decide by yourself. I mean, on the names that I trade and also on the indices, sometimes or most of the times, a trend is more powerful than just a key level or support resistance area, right? That's for me. uh FE, will that red candle at the 10-ish point be a reason to not want to go long here? 10 a.m. right here. Which one, FE? 10 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central. 9:58. Well, I don't think it's like super bearish or something. It's just, yeah, no, I think it's just a random candle. I don't see 9:58 Eastern. Yeah, that it's this red candle here. Well, I don't see that this is telling you too much. For me, this is just like a flag, breaking, reclaiming, and retesting this 1 minute opening range. And look at this. This actually worked. I mean, I don't see anything bearish here. And again, don't try to memorize, like the names of the patterns, but look what's happening here, right? Like, I mean, it's breaking this key level, and it's just testing it again, retesting it again. And look at this. Once it breaks this flag, it's squeeze. It's a huge squeeze. Actually, this squeeze was great, right? But I or maybe I don't get what you are saying right here, Effie. But I mean, I don't see anything wrong with this 9:58 candle. I think it's just like a random candle in a flag. Um, Chen, was I too aggressive to take the puts up there? 643.30. 643.30. Well, I think you were. Well, I mean, I don't think it was like too aggressive. You were just playing probabilities. Like this area here again. If I'm watching this price action, it came back to previous day high, rejected. It tried to create new highs, failed, and rejected again. Come back, drops more, comes back to this 643.43 key level or this pre-market high, and it gets rejected again. So no, I don't think you are being too aggressive here. I don't think it was like super aggressive. I think it was a fair entry point, and just failing to create new highs twice here. It's for me, this is like a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So right here, this was actually a good point. Again, I needed or I wanted to break this actual 1 minute opening range low, like this demand zone, because of the reaction right here, right? Because of the reaction right here. But once you break this, look at this. I mean, I'm taking the next lower high, right? So, but yeah, I mean, it was aggressive, probably yes, but it's okay, and I understand what you tried there. Uh, uh, uh. 948 candle. I still don't see what you're seeing, Effie. Not sure. All right. Well, that was SPY, and I want to show you what I was watching here on QQQ. So QQQ was a bit different from SPY. As you can see, it was actually QQQ was weaker than SPY. Look at this. Look at the price action here in SPY and look at the price action here on QQQ. We were rejecting previous day low, one rejection, previous day low, second rejection. For me, this was the best entry here. Somewhere between 1010 and 1023. These 15 minutes, these were the best entry just because the rejection right here on previous day low. But because SPY was actually pushing higher right here, I mean, I was hesitant to take shorts right here because SPY was showing some strength. SPY was showing some strength. Tesla was showing some strength, and some names were showing some strength. So I was very hesitant to take a short position right here from previous day low. So I was waiting something like this, right? Like this. This was the low of the day or order block, whatever you want to call it. So we are here below the 5 minute open range low, and this is the trade that I took this morning, right? This is the trade that I took this morning. Well, I actually took first. I took calls. I took calls on QQQ. I took calls around here on this 574.50 or something like that, or 25, somewhere around here. And because I was watching SPY, right here. Look, let me show you. Let me show you here. Right here. Right here. Okay. Right here. Okay. So SPY was kind of flagging around this 1 minute opening range. So I like this reclaim and I was watching this. And because QQQ was kind of lagging, well, let's use it here. Because QQQ was kind of lagging here, I decided to take my trade here. So I entered like here, 1001 or 1002. And then I took all the way to here. And it was not an amazing trade, but I got like 35% on this push. And I cut when I came back to these highs. All right. And actually, it was exactly, well, now I remember. I actually cut on this 1023, and it was because in my mind we were having again a head and shoulders. So I was waiting for the break of the neckline, that it was somewhere around here. And look at this, it was the retest right here, right? It was the retest right here. And this was my first my trade on QQQ. All right, this was my trade on QQQ. I enter here, right here, 1034. Let me pull back. Look at this. Let me right here. I enter here, yeah, it's 1034. And then I took my first partials here on this 1041. Why? Because this was a daily chart key level, right? This 572.50, it's a round number. It's not a strike number, but I mean, usually if it will be like a tech name, it will be like a strike number, right? Every $2.50. So I took my first partials here, and then I took more partials here. Where is it? No, here. No, here on this one. No, well, now I'm confused. All right. Okay, no, I got it. Okay, so I took my first partials here on this candle here, 1038, and then I took more partials here on this 1044, and then I closed my position here on 1059. All right, so I got this trade here was a 100 and almost 60, I think. Let me tell you, 152%. So yeah, this was an amazing trade for me. I enter right here, right? So I took from 573.50 all the way to 571. This was my trade, 150% on the last contracts. Amazing trade for me. But we had, look at this, we had several opportunities here. Can you see? So if you took this second trade right here, low break and retest of low of the day, it was the same targets, right? And then we have another one right here, right? This is the break and retest of low of the day again, and kept dropping. So anyone took a QQQ trade or NQ trade today? Dian inverse head and shoulders, where right here for calls, right? Well, I wasn't aware of this. I wasn't aware of this, but yeah, you're right. Okay. Hey, Mohammed, how are you? Joe Gold, I saw that and went in. Which one? This one here? Yeah. DC, I got QQQ puts 943. I like this. I like this. So this is the break and retest of the previous day low. That was a very good one, DC. So did you take profits at low of the day, or you were just trying to to push it lower? Let me know here. Let me know here. All right, guys. So, well, as you can see, the indices today were kind of having a clean price action. Yeah, you were out. Okay, and you took NQ, so it's starting to approach the 23,506 gap. Well, I don't have the futures. I don't have the futures chart, but I understand what you're saying right there. Yeah. So yeah, well, so again, I think SPY and QQQ were really clean today. As you know, I like a little bit more the downside, but I also take these kind of trades, right? I took this trade to the upside with this reclaim here. So I really like it. And the context again was the flag on SPY, and this was kind of lagging a little bit. So it actually had this push, and this push was not a big thing, but it was like a 30 something percent. So I really like it. Hey Lane, how you doing? So you took 945 candle QQQ rejection of previous day low down 945. Yeah, so this move here, yeah, this move here, it's a good one. Right to this low of the day, it was a 1 to 2.6 risk reward in 3 minutes. I love it. I really love it. I really love it. I like it. Congrats on that win. Small wins, Lane. Remember, small wins compound. You don't need to hit home runs every day. For all of you guys, if you don't remember Lane, Lane was one of the OGs on Scarface community. He's one of the first guys there. Uh, he's not there anymore, but I mean he's one of the OGs. So thank you, Lane. So I remember your charts on the community; they were fire. I mean, you had an amazing price action reading. All right. So guys, let's go to AMD. I'm not gonna pull out the SPY and QQQ charts because you already know what we did there, right? So I don't think so. We need more reference. So all right. So here guys, there are a few things that I didn't like about AMD. So first was this drop, right? This drop from 173 to 170, it was just too much for me in one candle or three candles, right? So I really didn't like it too much. However, if you were watching like round numbers, something like this break and retest of this 171, that could work, right? That could work because remember, if we are watching the round numbers, they are psych numbers and they are, I think on AMD right now, they are the strike numbers, right? So if you were taking something like this 959 right here, your risk will be the top of these candles and you will be aiming to the low of the day. Well, this was a 1 to 3 point something risk reward rate to trade. Richard took AMD 1007, like here. 1007. Is this one here? No, the next one. You were stop out, Richard. If you were looking for the 1 to 2, unless you have something like this 171. Well, if your risk was 171 and you were looking for the 1 to 2, I think this is this trade right here. Central time. 1007, so it's 1107. I like it. I like it. The break and retest of the 5-minute opening range. If you open your position at the candle closure and you were looking for the 1 to 2, brother, you didn't get the 1 to 2 right here. Unless you have more risk, like something like here, and you were looking for something like this. How long you stay there, Richard? 1007 Central, it's 1107. Yeah, so maybe if you had your risk at the top of the candle that actually broke the level right here, and you were looking for a 1 to 2 risk reward rate to trade, like maybe here. Still, it was all the way to here, right? Yeah, well, yeah, that's yeah, I know that That's why I didn't like AMD today. Like, look at this price action right here. Yes, it dropped. Yes, it dropped. Then it came back, but look how awful is this price action. I mean, it's just staying right there, slow grinding to the downside, just eating your premium here, no big pushes down there. But yeah, well, I understand what you are trying here, guys, and it just as they said, it's awful to be here just trying to stay around. All right, this was Amazon. Amazon was cleaner. Amazon was cleaner here. We had the break and retest of the pre-market low. Then we had the break and retest of this this was the 1 minute. What is this? I don't remember what I tried here. 229.50. 229.50, is it relevant for someone here? Well, I don't know. Like I probably 229.50. I don't remember what I tried this. I mean, I didn't try Amazon today, but I don't remember. I think someone told me that they took this trade, and that's why I draw it here. But as you can see here, this is not a bad trade. Can you see here? This is actually, I mean, if you waited 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles and you are watching that this is a lower high, this is not bad at all. Here I will be concerned. But yeah, so I don't remember what I draw this, but look at this. These ones, this third chance here, this is actually good because it's the rejection of the 5-minute opening range low. And look, this is actually this candle here. It's actually the big drop on the indices. Can you see here? This 1026, it's the big drop here. 1026 right here, the big drop on the head and shoulders on this QQQ, and also the break of this SPY. So I was watching this and I like it. This was actually liking a lot, and because we have this gap downside, I am like, Amazon is on my top watch for the next days. Amazon is on my top watch for the next days, just because we have this gap here. It goes all the way to 225. So I don't know, like probably tomorrow, if we have a break and retest of previous day low, this is gonna be 227.60, 50, something like here. I will be like really interested on more downside here. Let's see what happens here. Anyone took an Amazon trade? Dian, enter 1025. Enter 1025, like this one here. Close half 1028. Nice one. And close full position 1031. That's great. Something like this. Look at this. It was a 1-to-5 risk reward ratio trade. Congratulations. That was very nice. That was very nice. Amazon 924 here. 925. This rejection here of 230.50 and 1105. 1105. Eastern? No, Central. You are talking about Central, right? Yeah. Would you do a 3-week swing contract for what? For Amazon? I don't think so. I don't think so. Right now, Amazon, it's not my favorite thing. I mean, it's holding this, it's holding this. But I don't think so. It's actually, yeah, I think it's coming for this. Maybe if it catches up with this daily 20 SMA right here to 25.50 or something like that, I might be interested on this will be like a pullback long, right? This will be like a pullback long. Let's see the 1 hour chart. Yeah, if we can hold these 225, 226 key area here on this pullback, for me, this is gonna be like a pullback long, right? If look at this, I mean, holding this area here, this previous local high, something like this, I will be very interested if we can hold this. Then I will take. Then I'm not opposed to take a, a swing on Amazon. I'm not taking any swings right now, but I mean that will be the idea, right? That will be the idea. Okay, Dian. Oh, you're very welcome. Okay. Patrick trying to be more disciplined. First hour was choppy, SPY above pre-market high, QQQ middle, Tesla pushing up. That's fine, Patrick. I mean, you don't want to be a stress or under pressure for taking your setups. If you are, I mean, if this is not the environment for your A game, that's fine. That's fine. All right. Okay, guys, so that was Amazon. As you can see, it was kind of easy spot, like the break and retest of pre-market low, break and retest of this. This was when the indices were dropping. This is the break and retest of the 5 minute opening range low. So I mean, all of these entries were kind of easy to spot, right? I mean, nothing too complicated. It just intraday price action. Let's go to the next one. The next one was Nvidia. For Nvidia, the only setup that I was watching here was this. This was the break and retest of the 5 minute opening range low, and let me show you here why I didn't like it too much. Here, QQQ was rejecting the previous day low. Okay, well, that's fine. But look at SPY, right? I mean, SPY was kind of high of the day. SPY was kind of, I mean, not high of the day, but it was way higher on the chart, right? Actually, kind of close to previous day high, right? So that's why I was hesitating about the Nvidia. And also, I mean, I don't feel like comfortable shorting Nvidia right now. It's like the king of the market, right? So I mean, you need to be very careful shorting Nvidia. But again, I mean, I think the trend it's more powerful than supply resistance or supply. I mean, supply demand or support resistance. So this was here. This was a nice rejection of this 181. It actually take you below this previous day low, and with QQQ going lower, I think this was a good opportunity here. This was a good opportunity here, and look at this. Once it hit low of the day, it was a 1 to 3 residual ratio trade, and if you were trying next levels, 179, 125, 178, 1 to 178 right here, 1 to almost 8, right? So this Nvidia trade was amazing. And look at this, it has been going lower and lower, and finally found a bottom right here on 176. But look from where? From 181. Wow. So that was an amazing trade. If someone took Nvidia today, that was a very, very nice one. uh, Anyone took Nvidia today? No one. I think I was reading someone took Nvidia. Nope, no one here. All right. Okay, guys. So let's go to the next one. Tesla. All right. Let's talk about Tesla because I receive a lot of questions about this because Tony took this reclaim of previous day high, right? Previous day high. So I think Tony was taking this reclaim right here. So I still don't see his chart, but I think I mean I think he was taking like this higher low reclaim right here. He was waiting or looking for this squeeze out of this previous day high. Uh, Tesla show relative strength today. Tesla calls entered 1003. 1003. Yeah, well, this is the trade that I like. This is the trade that I like because you had a clear risk, right? You had that's what I love from the break and retest, guys. I mean, I know if you are a breakout trader, you may hit home runs and you may have 200, 300% trades every once in a while. But the one thing that I love about the break and retest is how easy is to manage your risk. So here you had a clear break and retest of high of the day, 5 minute opening range, and also this is the 337.50. 337.50 is the strike number, right? So just because it's the strike number, it becomes a side number. So this was very clear. Break and retest. So this is the entry that I like. I know. I didn't have a plan for a reclaim of this, so that's why I can't take an opinion about this. But I mean, if just like over watching this was a nice reclaim of previous day high, 336.27. But I don't like that that's not me anymore. That's the my previous life taking the breakouts. So now I will be waiting for this break and retest of the high of the day, 5 minute opening range. And look at this. If you were waiting for this and you were looking for this 340.47, that's a key level on the daily chart, it was a 1 to 4 risk reward ratio trade. And that's just amazing, right? That's a very nice trade. And later on the day, look at this. And this is what I tell you guys, that this should be easier to spot, right? How do you call this drop? How do you call this drop? Neither do I, Ann. Neither do I. That's why it's hard for me to take the breakouts, because you don't know how to manage your risk or where to set your stop loss. Uh, how does Tony's play into a break and retest? Not today, guys. I think probably he was looking for the immediate retest of this previous day high. So once you open this candle here and it reclaim this previous day high, he took his position. I mean, this is very nice. This is really, really nice because you are creating a higher high after this, right? You are creating a higher high. Yes, I know this looks more like a breakout trade, but it's or this is an immediate retest, right? But if we are trying to play the break and retest like by the book, this is a nice and clean break and retest of high of the day, 5 minute opening range, right? So this will be easier. And then this waterfall, I love that, Chen. This waterfall, it's not a bear flag. This is a murder, right? This is murder. This is a felony, right? So after this drop, this is like dropping like a stone. You have this kind of recovery, but come on, I mean, this is just like how they say, like uh I totally forgot, but a cat bounce. I think this is a cat bounce, right? Like, like after this drop, it's just like, oh my god, where are the buyers? Oh, we are the buyers. Buy something, right? Like they were like, what's going on? What happened right here? So these because the thing is that this fall, it's actually later than the indices. So this fall was lagging to the fall on the indices. But this fall was way stronger, or let's say way weaker. The price was way weaker than the indices. So this cat bounce, it was just your perfect break and retest of this 5 minute opening range low, and this is the pre-market low, I think. Yeah, this is the pre-market low. Look at this. So this is just the break and retest of pre-market low. So if you open your position right here, your risk is at the top of these candles, and you were aiming to this 331.33 key level on the 15-minute chart. Look at this. This was a 1 to 3.5 risk reward ratio trade, or maybe 1 to 4. Yeah, 1 to 4 if you take it to 331. Right here, yeah, 3.9. I'll buy it. 3.9, right? So this was an amazing trade. After this drop, this is just like a cat bounce, and then you continue right to the key levels, right? So what is the appropriate key level to look for it here? Well, the round numbers. I think when you are looking at drop like this, you should be looking for the round numbers, because it's when the long-term investors, the buyers, the funds, hedges, banks, and everyone else, it's looking for, okay, if this thing goes to 330, 331, buy something, right? So they are not waiting for like, oh well, let's wait for this local low on the 1 minute. No. After drops like this, you are looking for the liquidity on the psychological levels, all right? That's something to consider. Again, nothing like this. It's just to take it as a fact. But I mean, this is the kind of things that I try to, I don't know, to have on the back of my head, of my mind, just to understand what's going on right here, right? Um, Chen, I think he took Tesla on the reclaim with strong candle closure above the previous day level. A death cat bounce. That was that was the word I was looking for. Thank you, Chen. Yeah. Remember, guys, the English is my second language. So sometimes like these, like the real life terms, they are the ones that I struggle. Everything on business and everything on construction, even on software, I know everything, right? Because that was part of my job. That was part of my daily life. But if you ask me for, like stuff from the kitchen, or like I was talking to my neighbor a few days ago, and he was trying to explain me the difference between different lamps on his house, and I was like, dude, for me everything is a lamp, right? And he was like, no, this is this kind of lamp, this is the other kind of lamp. It's just funny. It's just funny. All right. Yeah, I think he was looking for this reclaim of previous day high in media retest right here, and he took an amazing trade. I think he made like 20 grand, right? Like that's awesome. And he's I don't remember like his position size, but I think he's like trying with 50 grand trades, right? So at 20 grand for profit, it's still a 40% right here, right? So that was an amazing trade. All right, so let's go to the next one. Microsoft, you will see. I mean, I'm not gonna explain what when it's like super clear, but you have break, retest, strong rejection of pre-market low. You have break, retest, rejection of previous day low. Then you have break, retest, rejection of low of the day, and this is the way you can do it all the day, right? So this was not hard to take. I was watching Microsoft, guys, and this is just experience share. I've been watching. I've been watching Microsoft, not too long, but to take this kind of shorts. But the thing is that the difference between the bid and the ask, it's just too much for me. I don't like it because I use market orders. So I every time I will try to enter into a position in Microsoft, I will be immediately like 3, 4, 5% red, and I don't like it. Right? It's just I don't like it. So that's why I'm not taking Microsoft trades right now. But I've been watching this, and I kind of like it. I mean, Microsoft works really well on key levels. So that's just something to consider. Dominic, is it a reclaim because it broke the previous day high level during the first candle and failed the retest? You are still talking about Tesla, right, Dominic? Yeah. Again, look at this. I mean, right here, it's creating a higher high, right? I mean, if you are taking this as your previous high, you are reclaiming a strong key level, previous day high, or very important key level like previous day high. You are creating a higher high right here. So, I mean, and maybe he was like waiting for this strong reaction right around here. So this was an immediate retest. Again, this looks more like a breakout trade, but still, I mean, it has a lot of sense to enter right here, right? But if you were patient, you actually had this trade here that you can manage your risk way better and more control. And you actually got a very decent trade. Look at this. This was a 1 to 4 risk reward rated trade. Nothing bad. Not bad at all. Yeah. DC, you hate bid ask spreads. Yeah, I know that's awful. That's exactly what happens with Microsoft. I'm not sure what happened there, but well, that's the thing. The king of the day, the king of the puts for today, it was Palantir. Palantir. So I took some time to reflect what happened here because I was watching a lot of people taking Palantir puts, but for no reason. I think some people were just like like chasing, and I'm trying here. It's gonna sound funny, but I'm trying here to give an explanation of what they tried, expecting they tried something. All right. So let me tell you here. So we had this daily gap. So we closed yesterday right here, 174. We opened right here, 171.40. And this 171.40 was also previous day low, right? It was previous day low. So the rejection of this previous day low, rejection of this pre-market low, rejection of this 171 key level, round level, psych number, strike number, all this was screaming, okay, downside. And also we had this gap, right? Also we had this gap. So yes, I was looking for an entry, but I couldn't find anything but this. And this is just on the aftermath, right? I mean, on real time, I couldn't find like these things here. But let me tell you, for example, the daily 20 SMA. Let me, I'm going to Palantir. It's taking a minute. All right, it's right here. Okay, this is the hour. This is the 1 hour chart. All right. So we had this daily 20 SMA right here sitting 168.50, let's say 168.50, and then we had all this gap, and This is, again, guys, this is not super bearish. This is just a healthy break and retest of previous all-time highs, right? I mean, this is there's nothing wrong here. This is just the previous all-time highs. So this is the break and retest of this. So again, daily 20 SMA sitting right here, 168.58. So I draw here the daily 20 SMA. So I will say like, oh, well, this is an immediate retest of the daily 20 SMA and rejection. Okay, well, I'll buy it, right? I'll buy it. I mean, if you were watching that exact number, that's fine. Next, we had this small pullback, small retracement, where to 168. 168, round number, psych number. If you were watching this, guys, again, this is 9:38, super early in the morning. Indices were showing some weakness there, but that was exactly the moment SPY was bouncing out of the previous day low. If you remember, the we started the day saying, well, I mean, watch out because SPY and QQQ may be still bouncing inside of the range or inside of the yesterday's range, and it was awful yesterday. So this even when it happened, this drop, I wouldn't try to buy this. And I say, well, it's gonna fill the gap for sure. Yeah, it's gonna fill the gap for sure. But guys, remember, when you are entering into a position, the first thing you need to do is not looking at the potential reward. It's looking at your downside. It's looking at your risk. So if you enter here, what is the risk you are willing to take? All the way to the edge of the gap? Look at this. If you were taking that trade and you were willing to give everything here, you will be expecting, and this is not wrong, guys. I mean, this is not wrong. It's just, I'm just trying to give you perspective on this. If you were saying like, okay, well, I'm gonna give the daily 20 SMA as my risk. Okay, well, all the way to fill the gap, it was a 1 to 5 risk reward. That's perfect. That's awesome. I mean, look at how long it took, right? But I mean, that's perfect. If you were willing to give all the gap to the upside, it was still a 1 to 3.2 risk reward ratio trade. That's still awesome. That's still awesome. I just want you, I just want you to put on perspective how aggressive are these entries. Yes, I know most people were expecting for the gap fill, but I just want you to put on perspective how much you were willing to set at your risk, as your risk, right? So again, I'm not giving you a lecture on anything. You decide on your risk, you decide on your position. If you are sizing for zero, maybe you have only a few contracts here, so you don't care if it actually goes like 40% negative. I mean, it all depends. It all depends on how you are planning, how you are trying, how you are, like aiming to get or willing to risk. All right. So that's just me, your coach, trying to, start some sort of internal reflection. Right. Dian Palantir enter 1019. 1019. Right, like here. Out of what? Dian, come on, brother. You know you were chasing here. You know you were chasing here. All right. Mark the ground wing. the one green candle, this one here. uh, I don't know. Nah, the the first one, like this from the left. This one here. What time, brother? 9:46. Yes. Okay. One candle rule or the block. I'm gonna give it to you. 10:19. You said. You went all the way for the gap fill. Oh my gosh, 1 to 5. That's great. That's great. Uh, I mean, you are not gonna trick me. This is chasing. For me, this is chasing. I mean, you are on the lower half of the gap fill. So yeah, in my opinion, and again, if that's, I know you don't like it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no, I don't like it. I don't like it for sure. But I understand what you tried here, and look at this. I mean, it's not a crazy thing. It's actually not a crazy thing, because even here, yes, this was not a lower low, but this is not a higher high. So this is actually just confirming that it should just keep the market structure. So yeah, yeah, no, no, I completely understand what you tried there, but I don't know, brother, I don't like it. Brother, I don't like it. All right, guys. So okay, so here it's another key level, and this is not an actual key level, but it's more like a round side number, strike number. This is the 165. So if you were waiting for this break and retest of this 165, again, I don't like it too much, because you are on the lower half of the gap fill. But well, I mean, it worked. Everything worked on Palantir to the downside now. So congratulations if you took anything on Palantir. I know Luke took something on Palantir. I know Ramesh took a nice trade. Actually, I think Ramesh took it on the break of this daily 20 SMA. This guy was amazing. I mean, he was looking for the break of this key level. Not sure if Ramesh is here with us today, but yeah, I was watching his chart on the Discord, and it was great. It was great. Sebastian, I have the same OB selected. Which one? Like this one, 165, or this one right here? And oh no, you're saying this one here, right? Yeah, 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 yeah. All right. Well, again, very clear how it played. Can you see? Look at this. If you were watching for this low of the day, so you actually had another entry here. I know it's just too much, but I mean, you actually got it, right? I think, look at this. 1 to 2.8. Well, I mean, you gotta love it, right? All right, so let's go to the next one. Apple. What the heck is going on with Apple? Guys, I don't want you to think of me as a bear, but look at this. I'm gonna make this super small. I'm gonna use this as my drawing tool, and then I'm gonna use this as your neckline. Oh, you know what? This is not the neckline. This is your neckline, right? This is your neckline. So guys, can you see this? Can you see this break and retest on the neckline? Come on, guys. I mean, don't you love it? Don't you love it? Just, don't trust Apple. But this was the play. This was the play. This was the play for Apple. I mean, I know some of you were watching for calls right here on the break and retest of the 5-minute opening range. This was a nice trade. I don't like to take my calls this close to high of the day, but look at this. I mean, this actually worked really well. And if you took it to this 232.50, that's a strike number. It was a 1-2 risk reward rate to trade. If you take it like here, 232.70, it was almost a 1-2-3. But the one thing that I like, look at this, Apple right here, right when the indices started to drop, SPY rejecting pre-market high, QQQ below the 5-minute opening range low, right here, this was your chance for taking the downside. And remember, if you have, let me put you an example. Let me give you an example of why I love put. If you took this trade from here to high of the day, maybe you got like 30%. But if you take the trade from here, and let's say it's the same distance from here to here than from here to here, you made like 50%. I mean, you don't made double the percentage, but you made like 1.5x, right? So that's why I like this. That's what I like this. I know we don't have too many fans of Apple, but anyone took an Apple trade today? Not today. Not today. All right. Well, let's just gonna skip it. But can you see what I'm saying here, guys? I mean, I know there's a lot of people that they don't like, take these kind of trades. It's just one of my setups. It's just one of my setups. If you want to take it, I know there's people. I've been receiving a few messages from you guys, not only on the YouTube comments but also on Discord, and I received like a few emails, like 2 or 3 emails, saying like, "Hey Neto, I took your head and shoulders setup, break and retest of neckline on this name, and they sent me the chart, and it's just awesome, guys. I mean, I love when I can share something that works for me and you can make it yours and actually print money with it. So I love it. That's the one reason I love to be here with you every day. All right, so that was Apple. Let's go to Google. Well, Google was kind of tricky here because it created a higher high than here, but look how well it rejected previous day low, pre-market low, and the 1-minute opening range. So as you can see here, I'm not opening this position. I mean, I didn't take anything. I didn't take anything on Google, right? But as you can see here, I'm not taking this position on the retest. I'm not taking this position on the confirmation candle. I will be taking this here because now you are kind of, like killing this strong candle to the upside. And now you understand that this point here, it's a strong rejection level, right? After 3 red candles here, strong rejection level. And it happened to be like important key levels, previous day low. So after these three candles, then I will take a position to the downside. And just because it makes sense, look at this. Let's do it to low of the day. Look at this. It was a 1 to 3.7 risk reward ratio trade. So just because this made all the sense, or even to here, right? I mean, this is not low of the day. This is kind of the 5-minute opening range. 1 to 3 risk reward rate you trade. So that's why I will take this, just because you had a strong rejection of the previous day low. What's going on with the market at that time? Nothing too much, but the QQQ was rejecting previous day low. I love it. QQQ was rejecting previous day low. I love it. So again, that will be one of my plays here. And then this was a nice break and retest of the 5-minute opening range, kind of low of the day. And just because I love I love, the downside, and looking at this strong rejection right here, I will say like, oh well, this is nice. I mean, I don't see too much here, but this 200 key level, 200 key level on Google, it's a magnet for me, right? Look at this, 200 right there, 200 right there. I mean, it took a lot. I might cut my position maybe around here, but that should be the level you were looking here. Ken, tried it today for the first time. Absolutely love to see when it worked nicely. Yeah, and this thing works really nice. And it's not about the pattern, Chen. That's something that I've been, pushing these past days. It's not about the pattern. Forget the name of the pattern. Look how the price is reacting to these levels, right? If it's reacting to some sort of relevant key level, that's when it's more, like more probable to work, right? Jatin, Neto, you and your put. Yeah, and let me tell you something. Let me tell you something that it's gonna make sense for everyone here. For example, Tony and Jack. Tony and Jack, they have a whole community looking after them. Like maybe not copying their trade, but like listening to their reasoning, to their idea. So calls are easier to follow, right? So it's not like a strong rejection. It's always, like calls it are easier to follow, right? Just because the market is designed to go into the upside, to keep growing. So everything is like normal when it's going to the upside. But for someone like me, I'm not a super patient guy. I'm aware that that's not one of my strengths, being patient. So I could not be like 40, 50 minutes, 2 hours just waiting for, like for the candles to go up. And the plays to the downside, they usually are like super fast, right? They are usually super fast. They move quicker. So you need to be like more skilled to manage your positions. So you need to understand how your broker works. So you can manage your position faster. But that's part of my strengths, right? I know Webull. I work with Webull really well. So that's one of my strengths. And being patient is not one of my strengths. So it just as Jatin is saying, that's my perfect pair. It's not that it's my perfect pair, but it's aligned to my core values. It's aligned to my skills. It's aligned to my experience. So that's exactly what you should be looking for when you are building your edge. So you should be looking for, okay, what are my strengths? What I'm good at? What I can do better than other. Is it the downside better for me? Is it the upside better for me? Is it the sideways better for me? Is it the rejections better for me? Can I read price action and understand patterns better for me? So that's exactly what you should be looking for. All right. And I'm sorry if I'm just taking a lot of time from you, but that's something that I try to repeat to all the members on the community, not only on the accelerator but also on the traders lab. So again, I mean, if you don't feel Tony and Jack's style like yours, and you feel that you can do something different, I mean, that's okay. That's okay. I mean, that's my case. That's Luke's case. I mean, Luke, for example, Luke, he's one of the moderators, and he doesn't trade tech names. He likes futures. And is it bad? Is it wrong? It's okay because that's what it, like it works for him. So you need to find out what works better for you. All right, and that's it. I'm not gonna tell anything else about that. Uh, FE will be the 941 candle be considered a retest of the 201.92. 941. I think yeah. I mean, look at this. This is Google with an L at the end. Uh, but yeah, I mean, look at the strong reaction right around here. So look at this candle wick. The next candle is rejecting this key level. It tried to go higher, but look at this rejection. So this is a good entry point. It just, I think your risk will be like just too much. Look at this. I mean, if you had something like this is a perfect 1 to 2 reward rated trade. Maybe if you enter like here at below the body of the previous candle, maybe this was a 1 to 3. Well, look at this. Yeah. So just the low of the day was a 1 to 2 reward rated trade. If you took this trade right below the body of the previous candle. So this will be something. This will be something good. And I listen to Tony and Jack as well as you, Neto, but I also like futures. Started trading futures 2 months ago. With that said, I learned from all of you, and it helps. That's wonderful, and that's wonderful. And I don't trade futures too much. The only thing that I trade on futures is NQ because I have a small funded account, and I only take the 5 minute opening range break and retest on NQ with that account. So and it needs to be like in a regular hours because I closed my Webull broker early because I was like I ended quick right there. So I'm not super experienced on futures, but what I can tell you is that I mean the price action of the break and retest, it work on any asset, any market. So you can trust the strategy. You need to work on your psychology and your performance, and you will be fine even on futures, right? And I think actually futures is kind of easier, but well, uh, what is the solid white line 201.92? Let me tell you. This is the 15-minute chart. Give it a second. Give it a second. It's not displaying. Give it a second. All right. 201.92. Look at this. It was like the high or the closure of Friday the 8th. Then, well, I don't know. I mean, this is the. All right. Let's go to the 15-minute chart. Okay. Okay. Now I get it. Okay. 201.92. Look at this local high on this Friday. It was support on this Tuesday, support on this Wednesday. I'm sorry, resistance on this Wednesday, support on last Thursday, and that's it. I mean, I don't think too much on my key levels. I just want a lot of touches and be visually obvious, right? Like this one here, right? Like it's uh, support and resistance, then use a support. So this is how I just draw my key levels. It's not too much complicated. Uh, uh, um, you're very welcome. You're very welcome, Eli. Meta, guys. Anyone took meta trades? I really started this because one or two of our students, uh, but I'm not watching meta ever. But this was easy. Break and retest pre-market low. Okay. Break and retest pre-market low. Break and retest low of the day, 5-minute opening range low. Break and retest low of the day. Can you see it's low of the day, and also this rejection is below previous day low. So can you see this is, I mean, if you are patient, these trades are kind of obvious for you, and you don't need to force your setups. You don't need to force your entry. I mean, if it doesn't look this obvious for you, skip it, and there's always a new one, a next trade coming your way. So you don't need to be trying to force, like, oh my gosh, it's 9:40 and I'm still not in a trade. Oh my gosh, this is 10 in the morning. I'm still not on a trade. I mean, it doesn't matter. Look at this. I mean, this was super clear, right? Break and retest, low of the day. And look at this. It was 10:34, and you had, look at this, 1 to 4.6 risk reward ratio trade. Is it a good trade? It's an amazing trade. And you don't need to force it to be in a trade on the first 10, 15, 30 minutes. You can wait, and the setups are there. The setups are gonna come, so don't worry about it. All right. And that was it, guys. That was it. I hope that you like today's session. For a change, I started with the indices. This looks like a monster. Eyes, mouth. It's just like a monster. But this is the setup that I've been looking at for months, and it's working nicely. Can you see? Tried, failed to create new highs, break the support, retest, and drops. All right. Sebastian, hey Neto, can you remind us of the feature that? Yes. Sebastian, look at the video description or even the channel description, and you will find the a link for that tool. Is not a free tool, it's a paid tool, but first it's super affordable, and second it's super useful, and it's from one of the students here. The developer is one of the students here, part of this community. So that's why, I mean, we are supporting him. So all right. Well, guys, thank you very much for joining. You know the drill. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, tell your friends, tell your fellow traders, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.